Peace, everybody. Welcome back to Mass Adoption. I am your host, the Kryptokhemist, and it is my job to make all of the complexities of cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, NFTs, you name it, I'm going to make them disappear. So let's get right into it. All right, so first things first, and I'm sure you probably heard about it. A lot of people ask me questions on it, so I'm going to go ahead and cover it. This is yet another reason why amateurs should not get into cryptocurrency because they just heard about it from someone. You know, even honestly, even financial advisors don't really understand it in a lot of aspects. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. Of the Rams last year in November elected to be paid in Bitcoin, right? A $750,000 bonus, or I don't think that's his salary. I hope not, but $750,000 he wanted to get paid in Bitcoin, right? And it was so cool. Everybody thought it was so cool. Like, here is the shift from the physical to the digital dollar. Celebrities are doing it, right? He wasn't the only celebrity to do this. There was a North Carolina Carolina Panther who did it. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but he's not the first, all right? So boom, he does this. You see him with Cash App telling everybody to get Bitcoin. He's going to be giving out free Bitcoin. And those of us in the community were like, bro, nah, like this is not the way, okay? Don't do it, you know? So, man, this is all so funny to me. And I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing at the hype. And maybe I'm a little bitter, right? Because I've been in Bitcoin, crypto since, you know, like 2015. Basically when it wasn't cool to be in crypto, when everybody called us scammers, when everybody said we're going to lose all our money and all of this. Now people see us making money, or have seen us making money with the most recent bull market. And so everybody was like rushing to Bitcoin. And this is how we knew that there was going to be a drastic retrace like we see now, because celebrities all of a sudden were like, yeah, buy Bitcoin. And it seemed pretty much the bulk of its progression. You know what I mean? So it was really weird. But basically what happened, let me just get right to it because I'm wasting time now. He elected to be paid $750,000 in Bitcoin. And at the time, Bitcoin was $64,000 or somewhere around there, right? But now, or at least at the time of, you know, the release of the article, Bitcoin was at like, what was it, 35? Let me look. I'm looking at my notes here. $35,400, right? So he's going to be taxed on $750,000 because that was the amount that he received. Remember, if you're paid in cryptocurrency, that's taxable. Your income is taxable, right? So he's going to be taxed on $750,000. And of course, you know, there are usually capital losses assessed, but I don't really think that this is going to be assessed a capital loss, because if you're paid in your income and you lose some of your income for whatever reason, you don't necessarily get to elect to call that a loss or a capital loss. And correct me if I'm wrong. I know that there are a lot of tax experts out there who dig deep into the code. So please, this is a discourse that we need to have. This is a discussion we need to have. But he was taxed on $750,000 and he lost about 50% of his income when Bitcoin dipped. So what is the message? What's the lesson behind this? Well, number one, if you're going to get paid in cryptocurrency, get paid in a stable coin like USDT, something that is tethered to the dollar directly. And I wouldn't even say USDT. If you can, USDC, because USDT is not trustworthy, as we've seen recently either. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're getting paid in something that is tied directly to the dollar Number one, it doesn't have these drastic, or it doesn't have the ability to have these drastic drops. Of course, it's good if it has a drastic breakout, right? And it's high, but if not, you're pretty much SOL. So that's number one. Number two, stop following celebrities and everything that they do. Stop doing what celebrities do without educating yourself. And as I always say, you don't have to educate yourself with me. Like, just educate yourself. So that's number two. Stop getting into things that you don't truly understand. I mean, that's pretty much number two. But stop getting into things that you truly don't understand because you've seen someone who you admire, or who other people, you don't even admire this person, who other people admire. Because a lot of these guys are not financially literate. You got to think about it. They come straight out of college. A lot of them barely making it through, but getting through because they're such good athletes, straight into the NFL. If they have the right management around them or the right support around them, they're immediately told, hey, you need a financial advisor. And as we know, a lot of these financial advisors don't have the best interests of these guys in mind, because they know they don't come from families that are financially literate and can protect them if someone is doing something to them, if that makes sense. So you're listening to someone who just makes more money than you, but probably has just as much, if not less, financial literacy than you do. Okay, so you need to bear that in mind. Getting paid in Bitcoin is not, in my opinion, I would rather take the fiat that's worthless and then invest it into Bitcoin, instead of getting paid in Bitcoin and then I got that tax hit and then I can't just, move it around that easily because all of my funds are coming in Bitcoin. So while they're being transferred to me, if the price of Bitcoin drops, I'm not getting as much as I expected. I'm getting the size of the piece of a Bitcoin that I expected, but it's not going to be the same value in dollars, right? It doesn't make sense. It's not a good move. It's not a smart move. And that's essentially what he did. That's why it doesn't make much sense. So it says, as of now, right? That means as of now, Odell has netted $35,703 from the Rams contract that he has this year. So he's netted $35,703 from the Rams contract that he has this year, instead of the $750,000 minus, all of the taxes and other stuff, right? There you have it. That is why it just wasn't a good move, and that is why you need to not do things because you see celebrities doing it. These are regular people, guys. The only difference is they get paid a lot of money to do what they love, and they're often in front of a camera. All right, so and that's the biggest thing that we have been pressing upon with being the new elite, right? Or stepping into our role as the new elite. Like, we're not still arguing about equality. We're not still arguing about whether man is equal to a woman or a woman is equal to a man or whatever. We're not still arguing about those things, race and all that, because I'd rather equity than anything else. I'd rather equity than equality, or this facade of equality. And what that means is, before you take that and run with it and say that I said something I didn't, what that means is, if I have equity, then no matter who the other person is, if they don't have as much equity as I do, then they don't have as much power as I do. So I'm not searching for equality with someone when that's a facade, right? I'm searching for the equity, because that's where all my power comes from. And I'm saying that to say, we're worried about the wrong things right now financially. We're worried about the facades and how things seem and how they make us feel, as opposed to how they really are or what they really are. And that's definitely the first thing we need to consider when we're making these types of decisions. Number one, do I understand this? Do I really understand this? Or am I just doing it because I see someone else doing it and I'm desperate, and it's an emotional response to me wanting to not be in the situation that I am? So do I really understand it? Number two, do I really have the capacity to keep up with this stuff? You have to keep up with your investments and your trades and your money. If you cannot manage time, you cannot manage money. And if you cannot manage money, you can't manage investments, right? So can you manage your time? Because that is the most valuable thing that you own, honestly. And if you can, if the answer to that is yes, you schedule your entire day from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. All right, cool. You're one step closer. So the next thing is, do I have this to lose? Because a lot of you are gambling. and you're calling it investing, and you like to be in the barbershop or the hair salon saying, yeah, I got Bitcoin. I got some cryptos, as they say. It's actually crypto. But I hear people, when they say, I got cryptos, it's like, oh, man, you're one of So it's just a lot to understand and make sure that you stay aware of. But yes, Odell Beckham Jr., he took a loss. We all have taken losses in crypto, all right? So this is not for you. Like, a lot of you guys are hating on this man because he makes more money than you. And this is not what we're here for. You're hating on him because you feel inferior. Not what we're here for. This is a learning experience, and hopefully he learns from this and doesn't just trust somebody to tell him to do some stuff that he doesn't understand. You know, and hopefully you all learn from this and don't just trust someone to do something that you don't understand. Okay, so if you all have any other messages or any other content that you would like me to put out, any other discussions that you would like to have, definitely let me know. Drop it in the comment section. You can always email me at support@planetkrypton.io. Same email address every week. Check me out on IG at the Kryptokhemist, both of those with K's, and on Twitter, Kryptokhemist. You can go to the website, planetkrypton.io, sign up for one of the courses, or we can do a one-on-one. Actually, we can't do a one-on-one right now. We are updating the site for the scheduling booking section, but once it's updated sometime in the next 2 weeks, you can definitely schedule a one-on-one with me. All right, so as I always say, you are divine. It is your time. That's not just something I say that rhymes. I truly believe that. Until next time, everyone, peace.